Hello, my 4th and 5th graders. This is Miss Briscoe here for today's math lesson. I hope you guys all had a really great weekend. And we're going to go ahead and start off with our first math lesson for the week. So as you can see, our learning goal is I can find a fractional part of a group or part of a whole. So we're going to be learning how do we find part of a group. And so there's two different ways that you can do this, and I'm going to show you the first way of using models and then the second way of multiplication. And as you can see, you want to print out these notes before you start this lesson. So if you haven't printed the notes out, go ahead and pause the video and print them out. So hopefully you have your notes in front of you, and as you can see, I have crossed out the repeated addition part of these notes because that is not a strategy that I want you to use. So if you look, the problem that we have is finding 4/5 of 20. Using models is the first way that we're going to learn. And as you can see, 4/5 right here isn't written in the traditional way, but this is still a way that you can write 4/5. So this way, it's just stating 4/5. This is what it would look like if you wrote it out the other way. So we're trying to find 4/5 of 20. So that's what it would look like, just for those of you who might not have seen 4/5 written like this. So the first thing that it wants you to do is it wants you to place 20 into 5 equal rows. So we're going to place our whole group into 5 equal rows, and we're doing 5 equal rows because 5 is the denominator. That means we have 5 equal groups. That's what a denominator tells us. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to place my 20 into 5 equal rows. So I'm going to go ahead and say this is row 1, row 2, row 3, row 4. Okay, so I did 5 columns instead of 5 rows, which is okay. So this would be 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So then I'm going to keep counting. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So do you see now that how I have created 5 columns, and all together this equals 20. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So I have created 5 equal rows, 5 equal rows. Okay, so what I have to do is, now that I have placed 5 or 20 into 5 equal rows, I now need to circle 4 of those rows. I need to circle 4 of those rows because 4 is the numerator. That means that I'm going to be counting 4 of the 5 groups. So if I come up, I'm going to circle 1, 2, 3, 4. So I have circled 4 of my 5 rows. So the way that I'm going to find 4/5 of 20 is to count my 4 groups. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So that means 4/5 of 20 equals 16. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to show you that strategy again. This time I'm finding 2/3 of 12. Again, it's written like this, but it really looks like this when you write it out. So 2/3 of 12. So what I need to do, my first step, is I need to place my whole 12 into 3 equal rows. So that means I'm going to have 3 rows, and I need to divvy up 12 equally among those 3 rows. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So as you can see, I have 12 in 3 equal rows. Each row has 4 in it. To find out how much 2/3 of 12 is, I need to circle 2 of my equal rows. So this is 1, 2. So 2/3 of 12 equals 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 2/3 of 12 is 8. So you're going to be practicing that during your practice. So if you ever need to come back to this video to watch that, you can. Another way that you can find part of a whole is you can just do multiplication. You don't necessarily have to do the models. This is a way to do the model, but you could always just use plain multiplication. So if we're trying to find 3/4 of 16, instead of we can just multiply it. And the way that you do that is you multiply your whole number times your numerator. So you're going to take your whole number and you're going to multiply it by your numerator. So 3 times 6 is going to be 18. 3 times 1 is 3 plus 1 is 4. So 3 times 16 is 48. And then all you do is you take your denominator and you put it on the bottom. So I have 48/4. Now I know that that is not in simplest form, and I need to get that into simplest form. And so the way that you do that is you find a number that both 4 and 48, a number that can go into both of them evenly. And I know that both 4 and 48, the number 4 can go into them, because 4 divided by 4 equals 1, and 48 divided by 4 equals 12. So that means 3/4 of 16 is 12. So that's another way that you can find part of a whole. So I'm going to show you that one more time. We have 4/7 times 21. That's just like saying I'm finding 4/7 of 21. So what you're going to do again is you multiply your numerator times your whole number. So I'm going to multiply 21 times 4. 4 times 1 is 4. 4 times 2 is 8. So I have 84/7. So now you need to think of, is there a number that can go into both 7 and 84? And I want you to think about it. Sometimes it might come quickly, sometimes it won't. It just depends on how well you know your multiplication facts. But I know that the only number that 7 can be divided by is 7 and 1. But if I'm thinking about my 7 multiplication factors, I can think, okay, so 7 times 10 is 70. Well, I know it's not 10. 7 times 11 is 77. So that's not it. Well, let me see if 12 times 7 is. 7 times 2 is 4, 84. Great, so I know that both numbers can be divided by 7. So that means 84 divided by 7 equals 12, and 7 divided by 7 equals 1. So 4/7 of 21 equals 12. So you can always rewind this video or let me know if you have any questions. I'm more than happy to help you out. But you can go ahead and replay it if you need to finish filling out your notes and then complete your lesson for the day. Have a great day, guys.